trouble deaf heaven with my rulers' cries. For thy sweet love remembered such wealth brings, and then I scorn to change my state with kings.
Your daughter's nuptial hour draws near. Go, reverend prince, serve the neighboring youth to merriment. Awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth. Turn melancholy forth to funeral. Pale companion is stuck by our palm. My dear good lady, why the downturned face?
Full of vexation am I, with complaint against my child, my daughter Margaret. Stand forth, Lord Gregory. O noble mayor, this lord hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, O Connor. He, my daughter's tutor. This man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. You, O'Connor, you have given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. You have by moonlight at her window sung with feigning voice verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy with bracelets of thy hair, gauds, trifles, a clatter ring you given, a messenger of strong prevailment in unhardened youth. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And, O gracious sir, be it so she will not hear before your grace consent to marry with Lord Gregory. I claim the parents' right of custody. As she is mine, I will dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to immurement, per that ancient law immediately provided in such case.
What say you, Margaret? Be advised, fair maid, to you, your mother should be set on high, a paragon of virtue, yea, and one by whose example you should navigate towards gentle wit and sensual deference. Lord Gregory is a worthy gentleman.
So is my tutor.
In himself he is. But in this kind, wanting your mother's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my mother looked, but with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with her judgment look.
I do entreat your lordship's patience here. I know not by what power I have made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech you, sir, that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case, if I refuse to wed Lord Gregory.
To be confined at home, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Margaret, question your desires, know of your youth, examine well your blood, whether, if you yield not to your mother's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun, for I, to be in shady cloister mew, to live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns of the cold fruitless moon.
So will I grow. So live, so die, your grace, ere I will yield my virgin patent up unto Lord Gregory, to whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon upon that day, be prepared to face the law for disobedience to your mother's will, or else to wed Lord Gregory as he would, or on the church's altar to protest for austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Margaret, and O'Connor, yield thy unsound title to my certain right.
You have her mother's love, Lord Gregory. Let me have Margaret's. Do you marry her?
Scornful tutor. True, I him esteem, and what is mine, my love shall render him. And she is mine, and whom I write of her, I do estate unto Lord Gregory.
I am, you know, as well derived as he, as well endowed. My love is more than his. And what is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of the beauteous Margaret. Why should I not then prosecute my right? Lord Gregory, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Margaret's cousin, Aveline, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I have heard so much, and with Lord Gregory thought to have spoke thereof. But being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Lord Gregory, come, and come, my lady, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Margaret, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your mother's will.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
In like for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
Ay me. For aught that ever I could read, could hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth. But either it was different in blood,
Oh, cross, too high to be enthralled to learn.
or else mismatched in respect to years.
Spite, too old to be engaged to young.
Or else it stood upon the choice of friends.
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eyes.
Or if there were a sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, soft as a shadow, short as any dream. So quick, bright things come to confusion.
If then true lovers have been ever crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our trial patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, all fancies follow us.
A good persuasion. Therefore hear me, Margaret. Oh. Across the sea I have a widow aunt of great revenue, and she hath no child. In Philadelphia she has no peer, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Margaret, may I marry thee. And to that place the sharp and ancient law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me then, steal forth thy mother's house tomorrow night, and in the woods 3 miles without Tuam, where I did meet thee once with Aveline to do observance to a morn of May, there will I stay for thee.
Oh, my good O'Connor, I swear to thee, by Cuthbert's holy bones, by hallowed Bridget's butting stone, by all the blessed saints enthroned above, by that which knitted souls and prospers loves, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than ever women spoke. In that same place thou hast appointed me. Tomorrow truly will I meet with thee. Oh.
Keep promise, love. Oh, look, here comes Aveline.
Godspeed, fair Aveline, whither away?
Call you me fair? Oh, that fair again unsay. Lord Gregory loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Your eyes are are lodestars, and your tongue, sweet air, more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear, when wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear. Sickness is catching. Oh, we're favor so. Yours would I catch, fair Margaret, ere I go. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Lord Gregory's heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns could teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affections move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Aveline, is none of mine.
None but your beauty. Would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. O'Connor and myself shall fly this place. Or before the time I did my Liam see, seemed Ireland is a paradise to me. Oh then, what graces in my love do dwell, that he hath turned a heaven unto a hell.
Dear friend, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when all folk to behold. The moon's pale visage and the watery glass, decking with beaded pearl the plated grass, a time of lover's flight that still conceal. Through Tuam's gates have we devised to steal.
And in the wood, where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet. There my O'Connor and myself shall meet, and thence from Ireland turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell. Sweet playfellow, say prayers for me, and good luck grant thee thy Lord Gregory. Keep faith, my dear heart. We must starve our sight of lovers' food till morrow deep midnight.
I will, my Margaret. Aveline, adieu. As you on him, Lord Gregory, dote on you.
How happy some or utter some can be. True Galway, I am taught as fair as she. But what of that? Lord Gregory thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs, toten on Margaret's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities. Things base and vile, holding no quantity love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste, wings and no eyes figure unheedy haste. And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled. As waggish boys engage themselves for swear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. Where Lord Gregory looked on Margaret's eye, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. And when the hails of heat from Margaret felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Margaret's flight. Then, to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, oh, it is a dear expense. But herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
Is all our company here?
You were best to call them generally one by one according to the script.
Here is a roll of everyone's name which is thought fit. We were all too out to pay in our interlude before her ladyship on Margaret's wedding day that night.
First, good Peter Quint, say what the play treats on. Then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Indeed, our play is the most lamentable comedy and the most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
Oh, a very good piece of work, I assure you. And a merry. Now, good Peter, please call forth the actors by the roll. Where they spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom, the caretaker.
Ready? Name what part I am for. Proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
That will ask some tears in the true performer. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure. To the rest. Yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. Oh, I could play Hercules rarely, or a part to tear a cat in, to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' car shall shine from far, and make and mar the foolish fates. Was lofty. Now name the rest of the players.
Aveline, Margaret's fair cousin.
Near Peter Quince.
And dear, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe? A magical sprite?
It is the lady Pyramus must love.
Nay, let me play another part, for I am sick at heart.
Oh, that's all right. You shall play it in a mask and conceal your woeful countenance.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe! Thisbe!
Ah, Pyramus, my lover gentleman, I Thisbe dear and lady dear.
No. You must play Pyramus. Aveline, you, Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Mrs. Starveling, the cook.
Here, Peter Quince.
You must play Thisbe's mother. Myself, Thisbe's father. Finn, the yard. You, the lion's part. And I hope here is a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray you, if it be, give it to me, for I am slow of study.
Oh, you may do it extempore, for it's nothing but roaring.
Oh, let me play the lion too. I will roar. It will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I shall make the guests say, let him roar again. Let him roar again.
And you should do it too terribly, that you would fright her ladyship and the others, that they would shriek. Oh, and that were enough to sack you all.
She would sack us.
Every single one.
I grant you, friends, that if you should frighten my lady out of her wits, she would have no more discretion but to dismiss us. And I will aggravate my voice. I will roar as gently as any sucking dove. I will roar and for any nightingale.
You can play no part but Pyramus. And Pyramus is a sweet-faced man. A proper man is one that should meet on a summer's day. A most lovely, gentlemanlike man. And therefore you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it. What beard were I best to play then?
Oh, why, what you will. But friends, here are your parts, and I am to entreat you, request you, desire you to come by tomorrow night and meet me at the Fairywood, 3 miles without the town, by moonlight. There we will rehearse. For if we meet at St. Mary's, we will be Dogged with company and our devices known. In the meantime, I will gather up some property such as our play wants. I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet, and there we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains. Be perfect. Adieu.
At Finver's Mound we meet.
Enough. Hold or cut bowstrings.
Where the wave of moonlight glosses the dim grey sands with light, far off by furthest roses we floated all the night, leading golden dances, mingling hands and mingling glances, till the moon has taken flight. To and fro we lead and chase the frothy bubbles, while the world is full of troubles and anxious in its sleep. Come away, oh human child, through the waters and the wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. When a wandering water gushes from the hills above Glencore, it falls among the rushes that scarce could bathe a star. We seek for slumbering trout and whispering in their ears, give them unquiet dreams. Breathing softly out from ferns that drop their tears over the young streams. Come away, oh human child, through the waters and the wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Away with all seas going, the solemn mind. He'll hear no more the lowing of the calves on the warm hillside, or the kettle on the hob. Sing peace unto his breast. Oh, see the brown mice run round and round the oatmeal chest. For he comes, the human child, through the waters and the wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than he can understand.
How now, spirits? Whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale, through bush and through briar, over park, over pale, through flood and through fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon sphere, and I serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green. spirits all be gone. Our queen and all our elves come here anon.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight. For Finvera, our king, is fell and wrath, because that she is her attendant hath a lovely stolen child of human thing. She never had so sweet a changeling, and jealous Finvera would have the child. Night at his train to trace the forests wild, but she, perforce, withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all her joy. And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen, but they do square, that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape and make him white, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Ashan and Gukubra. Are not beauty that frights the maidens of the villagery, skims milk, and sometimes labors in the worm, and bootless makes the breathless housewife turn, and sometimes leaves the drink to bear no harm, misleads night wanderers, laughing at their harm. Those that hobgoblin call you and sweet Puck. You do their work, and they shall have good luck. Are not you he?
Thou speakst the right. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Finvera and make him smile, when I a fat and bean-fed horse beguile, nay, and in likeness of a filly foal, and sometime lurk I in a gossip's bowl, in very likeness of a roasted crab, and when she drinks against her lips, I bob and honor with her dewlap pour the ale. Rude fairy, here comes Finvera.
Tarry, rash wanton, am not I thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know that thou hast stolen away from fairyland, and in Meletian patterns sat all day, playing on pipes of corn, and versing love in limpid lines to some fair shepherdess.
How canst thou thus for shame my silver queen, glance at my dalliance with such buxom maids, knowing I know thy love to care newness? Didst thou not lead him through the glimmering night, and make him with fair dare new break his faith?
These are the forgeries of jealousy, and never since the middle summer spring met we on hill, in dale, forest, or mead, by paved fountain or by rushing brook, or in the beechen margin of the sea, to dance our reels to listening wind. But with thy bowls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the wind, heightened to us in vain, as in revenge hath sucked up from the sea contagious falls, which, falling in the land, have every belted river made so proud that they have overblown their continents. The ox hath therefore stretched his yoke in vain, the ploughman lost his sweat, and the green corn hath rotted ere his youth attained beard. The human mortals want their winter here. The seasons alter. Now the spring, the summer, chiding autumn, angry winter change their wonted liveries, and the mazed world by their increase knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should sweet Una cross her Finvera? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till we have worn 3 weeks away. If you will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with you.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies, away. We shall chide down right if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle buck, come hither. Thou rememberest since once I sat upon a promontory and heard a sulky on the ocean shore, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath that the rude sea grew civil at her song. That very time I saw that thou couldst not. Flying between the cold moon and the earth, Angus winged, a white swan's guise he wore to ply the milk-strewn starlit thoroughfare to a slumbering matron's shieling door. And peeping there would softly call her name, an echo of Melita's whispered ear, to raise her languid form and rouse her flame. But I might see a shadow passing thence. Collie bird of black intent took flight, and clinging to the swan with bloody claws did it displume of him 6 silver quills. A cackle crowed and swooped across the sea, and yet this bold female claimed a 7th shaft and tied it in a tress for ornament. There ever after grew a shamrock mead, crowned not with purple flowers, but with white, that passions stirred and plucked the villain's heart. Fetch me this flower, I showed it to thee once. The juice of it laid on sleeping eyelids will make man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this flower, and be thou here again, ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch my owner when she's asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing then she waking looks upon, be it lion, bear, wolf, or bull, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another flower, I'll make her render up the child to me.
I love thee not.
My lord.
But who comes here? I am invisible and will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is O'Connor and fair Margaret? The one I'll stay, the other stayeth me. Thou toldst me they were stolen under this wood, and here am I in wild within this wood, because I cannot meet my Margaret. Hence, get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but yet you draw not iron, for my heart is true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not, in plainest truth, tell you, I do not, nor I cannot love you.
And even for that, do I love you the more.
You do repeat your modesty too much. To leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not. To trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with all that's left of your staying family name.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore I think I am not in the night. No doubt this would lack worlds of company, for you, in my respect, are all the world. Then how can it be said I am alone? When all the world is here to look on me.
I will not stay thy questions. Let me go, or if thou follow, do not believe, but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
Why, in the churchyard, the town, the field, you do me mischief. Why, Lord Gregory, your wrongs you set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed, and we're not made to woo. Follow thee, and make a heaven of hell. To die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Welcome, wanderer. Hast thou the flower there?
Aye, here it is.
I pray thee, give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where oxlids and the nodding violet grows. There sleeps my Una sometime of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances of delight. And with the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of this and seek through this grove. An Irish gentlewoman is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by English garment fine that he hath on. If that he put some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. Look thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Come, now a roundel and a fairy song. Their leathern wings to make my small elves boats. Now on your way, all to your offices, and let me rest.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake. Be it lynx, or cat, or bear, panther, boar with bristled hair. In thy eye that shall appear. When thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering through the wood, and to speak truth, I have forgot our way. We'll rest us, Margaret, if you think it good. And tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, my dear heart. Find you out of bed, for I upon this tree will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one troth.
My dear, lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet of my innocence. Love takes meaning in love's conference. I mean that my heart into yours is knit, so that but one heart can we make of it. Then, by your side, no bedroom me deny, for lying so, my love, I do not lie.
My Liam riddles very prettily. Now much beshrew my manners and my pride, if Margaret meant to say O'Connor lied. But, gentle friend, for love and modesty lie further off. So far, be distant, and good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter till thy dear life end.
Amen. Amen to that fair prayer, say I. And so end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
This is he. My master said, despiseth the fair Irish lass. And here the men, sleeping sound, on the cold and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl, upon thy eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. Stop! Awake, as she is nigh. For now to Finbar I fly.
Stay, though thou kill me, sweet Lord Gregory.
I charge thee hence and no more stay by me.
Oh, will thou darkly leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril. I alone will go.
Oh. I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Margaret, wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears, so my eyes are oftener washed than hers. But who is here? O'Connor! On the ground? Dead or asleep? Oh, I see no blood, no wound. Now, Liam. Oh, if you live, good sir, awake!
And run through fire I would for thy sweet sake. Transparent Aveline, nature shows art that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is both Gregory? Oh, how fit the life of that vile man to perish on my knife!
Do not say so, O'Connor, say not so. What, though he love your Margaret? Sir, what though? If Margaret still loves you, then be content.
Content with Margaret? No! I do repent the tedious minutes I with her have spent. Not Margaret, but Aveline I love, who would not trade a raven for a dove.
What? Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? It's not enough, young man, that I did never know, nor never can, deserve a sweet look from Lord Gregory's eye, but you must flout my insufficiency. Good troth, you do me wrong. Good sooth you do, in such disdainful manner me to woo. But fare you well. Perforce, I must confess, I touch a lord of more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady, of one man refused, should of another therefore be abused.
She sees not Margaret. Margaret, sleep thou there, and never mayst thou come O'Connor near. Now, all my powers, address your love and might to honor Aveline, and be her knight.
Help me. My Leah, help me. Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. Oh, I meet for pity, what a dream was here. Oh, my dear love, look how I do quake with fear. Methought a serpent ate my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Sweet Liam, what removed? O'Connor? Lord? What out of hearing gone? No sound? No word? Alack! Where are you? Speak, and if you hear, oh, speak of all loves, thy swoon almost with fear. No, then I well perceive you are not nigh. Either death or you I'll find immediately.
One night in the ramble I chanced to see a thing like a spirit, it frightened me. I cocked up me hat and resolved to look big, and straight fell a tuning the Irish jig. How are we all met?
Ah, Pat, and here's a marvellous, convenient place for our rehearsal.
Peter Quince.
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
By Our Lady, a parlous fear.
I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for the more better assurance, say that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but am Bottom the caretaker. This will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue.
Will the ladies not be afeard of the lion?
Oh, I fear it, I promise you.
Friends, you ought to consider for yourselves. To bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing. For there is no more fearful wildfowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must tell, I am not a lion.
Nay, you must name your name, and half your face must be seen through the lion's neck, and you yourself must speak through, saying thus, or words to the same defect. Ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you, not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity of my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man, as other men are, and here indeed, you must name your name, and tell them plainly you are Finn the Yardman.
Well, it shall be so. But there are two hard things. That is, to bring the moonlight into a chamber. For you know, Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine the night we play our play?
A calendar. Look in the almanac. Find out moonshine.
Yes, it does shine that night.
May you then leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye, or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lantern, and say he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. Then there is another thing. We must have a wall in the chamber for Pyramus and Thisbe, as the story, talk through the chink of a wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Someone or other of us must present wall, and let him have some plaster or some loam or some rough cast about him to signify wall, and let him hold his fingers thus, through which cranny Pyramus and Thisbe shall whisper.
Well, if that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son and daughter, and rehearse your part. Pyramus, you begin, and when you have spoken your speech, enter into that break. And so everyone according to his cue.
What happened, homespuns, are we swaggering here? So near the cradle of the fairy queen. A play toward. I'll be an auditor, an actor too, perchance, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savor sweet.
Odors. Odors.
Odors. Odors, savours sweet, so hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice, stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus, then I played here.
Thisbe speaks now. Where is Aveline? For now, go read her part. For you must understand that he goes but to see a noise he heard, and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of colour like the red rose on triumphant briar, most brisky juvenile Anique, most lovely Jew, as true as thirst that yet would never tire, I meet thee Pyramus and Ninny's too.
Ninus, too. Why, you must not speak that yet, that you answer to Pyramus. Speak all the part at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter. Your cue is past, it is never tire.
As true as horse that yet would never tire.
If I were fair, fair Thisbe, I were only thine.
Oh, monstrous, oh, stranger, we are haunted. Hey, friends, flying friends.
I'll follow you! I'll lead you around! Too long! Some kind of horse I'll be, some kind of hound, a hog, a headless bear, some kind of
Why do they run away? This is a knavery of them to make me afeard.
Bless thee, Barton, bless thee, thou art translated.
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. But I will not stir from this place, do what they can. I will dance up and down here, and I shall sing that they will hear I am not afraid. One night in the ramble I chanced to see a thing like a spirit, it frightened me. I caught up me hat and resolved to look big, and straight for the tuning the Irish jig.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The devil drew nearer and nearer, in short, it proved to be one of the petticoat sort. My fears being over, I cared not a fig, but still like a tuning the Irish jig.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamoured of thy note. So is mine eye enthralled to thy shape, and thy fair virtue's force perforce doth move me on the first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. The more the pity that some honest neighbors cannot make them friends.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither. But if I have wit enough to get out of this wood, I have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common breed. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore come with me. I give thee fairies to attend on thee. Peace blossom, moth and mustard seed.
Ready and I, and tight and going. Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his wharfs and gambol in his eyes. Feed him on apricots and dewberries, purple grapes, green figs and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humble bees and crop their waxen thighs and light them at the fiery glowworm's eyes, to have my love to bed and to arise. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesies.
Hail, Marshal! Hail! Hail! Hail!
Come, wait upon him whilst he's in my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity.
Oh?
Tie up my love's tongue, sweet, lie silently.
I wonder if my Una be awake yet. Then what it was that next came in her eye, which she must dote upon in extremity. Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit?
My mistress, well, a monster is in love. Near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals, that work for bread within the Montbrook walls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for the daughter's nuptial day. The shallowest thick-skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his seed and entered in a break. When I did him a disadvantage take, an ass's knoll I fixed upon his head. Anon, his Thisbe must be answered. And forth it comes, when they him spy. Quick at that sight, away his fellows fly. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. And in that instant, so it came to pass, Queen Una waked, and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet doused those uncivilized of that proud youth as I did bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the sweet-faced lady near his side, that when he waked, of course, she must be I.
Stand close, this is that same proud Englishman.
This is the lady, but not this command.
Why rebuke you him that loves you so?
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse, for thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. Oh, if thou hast slain O'Connor in his sleep, being raw shoes in blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. But he has stolen away from sleeping Margaret. Where is he? Oh, good Lord Gregory, wilt thou give him me?
I had rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, curse! Thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth never more be numbered among men.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of O'Connor's blood, nor is he dead, for aught that I can tell.
Pray thee, tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
A privilege, never to see me more, and from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain. Oh, so sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow. Each death that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe, which in some slight measure it will pay, if for his tender here I make some stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love scent. Of thy misprision must perforce ensue some true love turn, and not a false turn true. About the woods, go swifter than the wind, and Abilene of Galway look to find. All fancy sick she is, and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion, see thou bring her here. I'll to his eyes, and charmed against she do appear.
I go, Look how I go. Swifter than arrow from the Viking's bow.
Flower of the snowy white, strike with lowland father's might. Seek an apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as a ready lantern she. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Aveline is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be.
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Lord Gregory to awake.
Then will two at once woo one. That must needs be sport alone. And those things do best please me that befall preposterously.
What should you think when I should woo in scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow I weep, and vows so born, and their nativity all truth appears.
You do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth, oh devilish holy fray, these vows are Margaret's. Will you give her o'er? Why, oat with oat and you will not in way. Your vows to her and me, put in two scales will even weigh, and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind, now you give her o'er.
Lord Gregory loves her, and he loves not you.
Aveline, goddess, nymph, divine, to what shall I compare thine eye? Oh, crystal is muddy, oh, how ripe in show, thy lips, those kissing cherries, tempting grow.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see y'all are bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were men, as men ye are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so. To vow and swear and super praise my parts when I am sure ye hate me with your hearts. Ye both are rivals who have Margaret's dream, and now both rivals to mock Aveline.
You are unkind, Lord Gregory. Be not so, for you love Margaret. This you know I know. And here, with all goodwill, with all my heart, of Margaret's love I yield ye up my part. And yours of Aveline to me bequeath, whom I do love, and will do to my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
O'Connor, keep back Margaret, I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart her but as a guest wise sojourned, and now to Aveline, his home returned there to remain.
My love, it is not so!
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know. Trust to thy peril thou abide it dear. Now look where thy love comes, yonder with thy dear.
Oh, thou art not by mine eye sweetly enfound. Mine ear, I beg, it brought me to the sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me
Why
so?
should he stay whom love doth press to go?
What love could press O'Connor from my side?
O'Connor's love that will not let him bide. Fair Aveline, who more engilds the night than all yon fiery stars and eyes of light. Why seek'st thou me? Could not this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think, it cannot be.
Look, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Oh, oh, injurious Margaret, most ungrateful maid. So the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours we have spent, when we have chid the hasty foot of time for parting us, how is it all forgot? All school days, friendship, childhood, innocence. We, Margaret, like two artificial gods, have with our needles created both one flower, both in one sampler, sitting on one cushion, both warbling of the same song. Red
Is the rose that in yonder garden grows.
both in one key, as if our hands, sides, voices, and minds had been incorporate, so we grew together, light without cherry, semen parted, but yet an union in partition. Two lovely berries molded on one stem, so when two seeming bodies, but one heart. And will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with men in scorning your poor friend?
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It do you scorn me?
Have you not said O'Connor, as in scorn, to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love, Lord Gregory, who even but now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine and rare, precious, celestial? Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth O'Connor deny your love, so rich within his soul, and tender me, forsooth, affection, but by your set none, by your consent?
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do. Persever. And counterfeit sad looks. Make mouths behind me when I turn my back. Wink at each other. Hold the sweet jest up. This sport well carried should be chronicled. But fare you well. 'Tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Say, Temple Aveline, hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Aveline.
Oh, excellent!
Please do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Aveline, I love thee. By my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose for thee, to prove him wrong that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw, and prove it too.
Quick, come.
My dear love, where do you tend all this?
Away, you dark-haired whelp!
No, sir. Seem to break loose. Take on as you would follow, but yet come not. You are a tame man. Go.
Oh, hang off, thou cat! Thou bird! Oil thing, let loose or I will shake thee from me like a serpent!
Why have you grown so rude? What changes this sweet love?
Thy love! Ah! Out, puny hellcat! Out, loathed medicine, hated potion, hence!
Do you not jest?
Oh, yes, sooth, and so do you!
Lord Gregory, I will keep my word with thee.
I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What should I strike her, harm her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not hurt her so.
What can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me wherefore? Me what news, my love? Am not I Margaret? Am not you O'Connor? I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, yet since night you left me. Well, then you left me. Oh, the saints forbid, in earnest shall I say.
Aye, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain nothing truer, 'tis no jest, that I do hate thee and love Aveline.
Oh, me! You juggler! You canker blossom! You thief of love! What? Have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fie, faith! Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What? Will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet? Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem, because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak! How low am I? I am not yet so low but that my nails can reach under thine eyes.
Margaret, do not mistrust me! I ever more did love you, Margaret! Did ever keep your counsel? Never wronged you? Save that in love unto Lord Gregory, I told him of yourself unto this wood.
What?
They followed you! The love I followed him! And now so you will let me quiet go to him while I bear my folly back and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Get you gone. Who is it that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What? With O'Connor! With Lord Gregory!
Oh, fear not, she shall not harm thee, Aveline.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she's angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when we went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again. Nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her.
Get you gone, you dwarf! You minimus of hindering not grass made! You bead! You acorn!
You are too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Aveline. Take not her part, or if thou dost intend, Never so little show of love to her. Thou shalt abide.
Now she holds me not. Now follow, if thou darest, to try whose right of thine or mine is most in Abilene.
Follow? Nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
You, mistress, all this coil, it stems from you! Nay, go not back!
I will not trust so I, nor longer stay in your cursed company. What? Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though. To run away!
I am amazed, and know not what to say. Oh.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest. Or else commits thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shannas, I mistook. So far I am glad it so did sword. If you stir jangling, I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. I, therefore, Puka, overcast the night and lead these testy rivals so astray as one come not within another's way, till o'er their brows death counterfeiting sleep on leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into O'Connor's eye, whose liquor has the virtuous property to take from thence all error with his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wanted sight. When they next wake, all this derision shall seem but a dream, fruitless vision, and back to Tuam shall the lovers win, as friends whose compact only death will end. Or I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her changeling boy. I then will her charmed eye release from monster's view, and all things shall be peace.
My fairy lord, this must be done with haste, for night's swift dragons cut the clouds full fast. When yonder shines a teen's fair harbinger, at whose approach ghosts wandering here and there troop home to churchyards, damned spirits all, that in crossways and floods have burial, already to their wormy beds are gone, for fearless day should look their shames upon.
But we are spirits of another sort. I with morning love have oft made sport. But notwithstanding haste, make no delay. We may effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down, up and down. I will lead him up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Lord Gregory? Speak thou now!
Here, villain, drawn and ready, where art thou?
Oh, I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
O'Connor! Speak again! Thou coward, thou runaway, art thou fled? Speak, when in some bush, where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou lookest for wars and will not fight? Come hither, thou child, thou recreant, I'll whip thee with a rod.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice, will try no manhood here.
He goes before me and still dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter here than I. I followed fast, the faster he did fly, that fallen am I in dark uneven way, and here will rest me. Come thou gentle day, for if but once thou show me thy grey light, I'll find Lord Gregory, and revenge his spite.
Ho, 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 thou coward, why comest thou not?
Abide me if thou darest, for well I wot thou runs before me, shifting every place, and darest not stand nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Hither, I'm here.
Nay, thou mockst me. Thou shalt bide this dear, if ever I thy face, or in daylight see. Now go thy way. Oh, faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. My day's approach look to be visited.
Oh, weary night. A long and tedious night. Abate thy hour. Shine comforts from the east, that I may back to Tuam by daylight, from these that my poor company detest. And sleep, which sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye. steal me a while from my own company.
Get the tree. Come on, more. 2 of both kinds makes up 4. There she is, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad. He goes to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe, bedabbled with the dew and torn with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me till the break of day. Who would shield my Liam if they mean a fray?
On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye, gentle lover, remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye. And the country proverb known that each man shall take his own, in thy waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill, the man will have his mare again, and all will be well.
Down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sweet, smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my dear.
Where's Peace Blossom? Scratch my head, Peace Blossom. Where's Monsieur Cobweb? Monsieur Cobweb, good Monsieur, get you your weapons in your hand and kill me a red-hipped humblebee on the top of a thistle. And, good Monsieur, bring me the honey bag. Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed? Nothing, good Monsieur, but to help Cavallary Cobweb to scratch. I must to the barber's, Monsieur. For methinks I am marvelous hairy about the face. I am such a tender ass that if my hair will but tickle me, I must scratch.
But wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
I have a reasonable good ear in music. Let's have the tongues and the bones.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat.
Truly, a peck of provender. I could bunch your good dry oats. Methinks I have a desire for a bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay, has no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hole and fetch me bluebells.
I'd rather have a handful or 2 of dried peas. Oh, when I pray you, that none of your people disturb me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. So doth the woodbine, the sweet honeysuckle, gently untwist. The female ivy so enrings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, Weepuka. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity, for meeting her of late behind the woods, seeking sweet favors for this hateful fool. I did upbraid her and fall out with her. When I in my pleasure taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience, I then did ask of her changeling child, which strength she gave me, and her fairies sent to bear him in my chambers at Knockmar. Now I have the child. I shall remove this hateful imperfection of her eye. And so, Shani, take the transformed scalp from off the head of this translated swain, that he, awaking when the others do, may all to two-arm back again repair, and think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexations of a dream. But first, I'll release the fairy queen. Be as thou was wont to be. See as thou was wont to see. Air whose touch of shamrock flower has such force and blessed power. Now, my Una, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Finvera, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
Here lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do loathe his visage now.
Silence. Shani, take off this head. Sweet Una, music, call, and strike more dead than common sleep of all these five the sense.
Music. Oh, music, such as charming sleep.
Now when thou wakest with thine own fool's eyes peep.
Sound, music, come my queen, take hands with me, and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be. Now, thou and I are new in amity, and will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance at the Montford's house triumphantly, and bless it all to fair prosperity. There shall the pairs of wedded lovers be, celebrated all in jollity.
Fairy king, attend and mark. I do hear the morning lark.
Come, my queen, in silence sad, trip we after the night's shade, when the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night that I, sleeping here, was found with these mortals on the ground.
Valentine is past. Begin these woodbirds but to couple now. Come, come, my dears, I pray you all, stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle conqueror of the world that hatred is so far from jealousy to sleep by hate and fear no enmity?
Good sir, I shall reply amazedly, half sleep, half waking. But as yet I swear, I cannot truly say how I came here. But, as I think, for truly I would speak, and now I do think me so it is, I came with Margaret hither. Our intent was to be gone from Galway and be thus beyond the jurisdiction of the law.
Fair Aveline told me of the stealth of this, the purpose hither to this wood, and I in fury hither followed them, sweet Aveline fancy following me. But, my good sir, I wot not by what power, but by some power it is my love to Margaret melted as the snow seems to me now as the remembrance of an idle god which I had built upon in my childhood. And all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and pleasure of mine eye, is only Adeline. To her, good sir, was I betrothed ere I saw Margaret, but like a sickness did I loathe this food, but as in health come to my natural taste. Now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we more will hear anon, but now, your parents' will, I shall order. And in St. Mary's, by and by me, you couples shall eternally be knit. Away with me to Tuam, and to hopes we'll later feast in great solemnity. Come, children, come.
When my cue comes, call me and I will answer. My next is most fair Pyramus. Hey, oh. Peter Quince. Mrs. Starling. In the yardie. God's my life. Stolen hence and left me asleep. I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream. Past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if he will go about to expound this dream. I thought I was. There's no man can say what. Methought I was, and methought I had. Man is but a patched fool if he will offer to say what methought I was. The eye of man hath not heard. The ear of man hath not seen. Man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report. But my dream was. I will have Peter Quince write a ballad of this dream, and it shall be called Bottom's Dream. Because it hath no bottom. And I will sing it at the latter end of the play before Mayor Gale. Peradventure, to make it more gracious, I shall sing it at Thisbe's death.
You sent to Bottom's house. Is he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. I doubt he is transported.
If he come not, the play is marred. It goes not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. You are not a man in all too unable to discharge Pyramus, but he.
No, he hath the best wit of any working man in Tuam.
Yea, and the best person too. And he is a very paramour for a sweet voice.
You must say paragon. Paramour is, God bless us, a thing of naught.
Aye. If the play had gone forward, We had all been made men.
Where are these friends? Where are these hearts? Friends, I am to discourse wonders. I will tell you everything right as it fell out.
Let us hear, sweet bottom.
Not a word of me. Mayor Gale is coming with 2 or 3 lords and ladies married. Get your apparel together, new strings to your mask and new buckles to your shoes. For the long and short is, our play is preferred! Oh, and most dear actors, eat no onions nor garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath. And I do not doubt but to hear them say it is a sweet comedy. No more words! Away! Go away!
Tis strange, Mrs. Starveling, the events transpiring this past night.
More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables, nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. What? Oh. Yeah. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination, all compact. One sees more devils than vast hell can hold, that is the madman. The lover, all as frantic, sees Helen's beauty in a moon-faced doxy. The poet's eye in fine frenzy rolling, doth glance from heaven to earth, from earth to heaven, and as imagination bodies forth the forms of things unknown, the poet's pen turns them to shapes and gives to airy nothing a local habitation and a name.
But of all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witnesseth than fancy's images, and grows to something of great constancy, howsoever strange and admirable.
Oh, but see, here comes my lady and the rest.
Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
We thank you, my lord.
Come now. What mask, what dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between your after supper and your bedtime? What revels are at hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as short as I have known a play. But by 10 words it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play there is not one word act, not one player fitted.
What are they that do play it?
In the main, hard-handed folk that work at Montbrook here, which never laboured in their minds till now.
And we shall hear it.
No, my honoured guest, it is not for you. I have heard it over, and it is nothing. Nothing in the world.
The kind are we to give thanks for nothing. For never can anything be amiss when simpleness and duty hinder it. Let's bring them out. I'll find a seat for you.
If we offend, it is with our good will. That you should think we come not to offend. but with goodwill. To show our simple skill. That is the true beginning of our end. Consider then we come but in despite. We do not come as minding to content you. Our true intent is all for your delight. We are not here that you should here repent you. The actors are at hand, and by their show you shall know all that you are like to know.
Our Reverend does not stand for a point.
He had quit his prologue like a rough colt. He knows not to stop. A bit more on my lord. Some not to speak true.
Indeed, he hath played on his prologue like a child on a recorder. A sound, but not in governance.
Speech is like a tangled chain. All tangled and nothing disordered. Who's next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show. But wonder on, till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you know. This beauteous lady, Thisbe, deserted. This man with lie and rough past doth present wall. That vile wall which did these lovers sunder. And through wall's chink, poor souls, they are content to whisper. At the which let no man wonder. This dame with lantern, dog, and bush of thorn presenteth moonshine. For if you would know, by moonshine did the lovers think no scorn to meet at Ninus' tomb. There to woo. This grisly beast, which Lion called by name. Trust in Thisbe, coming first by right, did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which Lion vile with bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain. Whereat with bloody, blameful lady, bravely broached his boiling, bloody breast, and Thisbe tarrying in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, a lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain at large discourse, while here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion be to speak.
No wonder, my lord, one lion may when many asses do.
In this same interlude, it doth befall that I, one Finn, by name, present a wall. And such a wall as I would have you think, that had in it a cranny hole and chink, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, whisper, often very secretly. These vines, this rough cast in stone doth show, I am that same wall. The truth is so. And in every cranny, both right and sinister, the fearful lovers are to wissy per.
Would you desire a lion in half to speak better?
It is the wittiest partition that e'er I heard discourse, Lord Mayor.
Pyramus draws near the wall. Silence.
O grim-looked night, O night with hue so black, O night whichever art when day is not, O night, alack, 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 I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot. And thou, O wall, O sweet and lovely wall that stands between her father's ground and mine, thou wall, O sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall. Jove shield thee well for this.
What see I? No Thisbe do I see.
Oh, wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
Methinks the wall, being sensible, should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, please not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the wall. You shall see it will fall flat, as I told you. Oh, yonder she comes.
O wall, full often hast thou heard my moans for parting my fair Pyramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones. Thy stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the wall, and I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe!
My love, thou art my love, I think.
Speak what thou wilt, I am thy lover's grace, and like Lamander am I trusty still.
And I like Helen till the fates me kill.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
Oh, I kiss the wall's hole, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou at Ninny's tomb meet me straightway?
Thy life, thy breath, I come without delay.
Thus, the wall, my part discharged so, and thus being done, the wall away doth go.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best in this kind are but shadows. The worst are no worse if imagination permits.
It must be your imagination then, and not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of them than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Ah, here come two noble beasts, and a dog and a great cat.
You ladies, you whose gentle hearts do fear, the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor may perchance quake and tremble here, when the lion rough with wildest rages roar. Roar! Know that I, Finn the yard man, am. The lion fell, nor else no lion's dam. Finn, Finn, and if I should come in strife to this place, 'twere pity on my life.
Such a gentle beast, and of a good conscience.
The very best of the beast that ever I saw, Lord Mayor.
This lantern doth the horned moon present. Myself, the man in the moon, do seem to be.
This is the gravest error of them all. The man ought to be put into the lantern. How is it else the man in the moon?
She dares not go there for fear of the candle.
I am aweary of this moon, which she would change.
It appears by her small light of discretion that she is in the wane. But yet, in courtesy and in old reason, we must stay the time.
Proceed.
All that I have to say is to tell you that this lantern is the moon, I the man in the moon, this thorn bush my thorn bush, and this dog my dog.
Why, all these should be in the lantern, for all these should be in the moon. But silence, here comes
This is old Nina's tomb. Where is my love?
Lord Lion.
Well run, Thisbe.
Well shown, moon, truly, the moon shines through the
Well mouse-like.
And here comes Pyramus, and so that I am vanished.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy golden, gracious, glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe sight. stay, oh spite, but mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here. Eyes, do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear, thy mantle good, but stained with blood. Approach, ye furies fell. Come, fates, come, come, cut thread and thrum, quail, crush, conclude, and quell.
Such passion, the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
But I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore, nature, didst thou lions frame? For lion vile hath here deflowered my dear, which is, no, which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come, tears, confound, out, sword, and wound the pap of Pyramus. I that left pap where heart doth hop. Thus die I. Thus. Now am I dead. Now am I fled. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, loose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Now die, 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 die. Die.
No die for him, but an ace for he is but one. Nay, man, he is less than an ace, for he is dead, he is nothing.
With the help of a good surgeon, he may yet recover and yet prove an ass.
How chance moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover?
But she will find him by starlight. Here she comes in her passion into play.
Methinks she should not use a long one for such a Pyramus. I hope she will be brief.
Asleep, my love? What? Dead, my dove? Oh, hear of us. Arise. Speak. Speak. Hopefully dumb. Dead. A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes, these lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cows, the cheeks are gone. Gone. Lovers make moan. His eyes were green, his leeks. Oh, sisters three, come to me with hands as pale as milk. Lay them in gore, since you have shorn with shears his thread of silk. Tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword. Come, blade, my breast imbrue. And farewell, friends. Just Thisbe ends. Adieu. Adieu. Adieu.
Moonshine and line are left to bury the dead.
Aye, and wall too.
And no, in truth, sir, the wall is down that part of their fathers. And hear an epilogue.
No epilogue, I pray. No praise, no excuse. Then all dead, there needs none be blamed. But come, we shall have a dance.
Bottom's green. I have had a most rare
Let your epilogue alone.
Red is the rose that in yonder garden grows. Fair is the lily of the valley. Clear is the water that flows from the Boyne. But my love is fairer than any. Come over the hills, my bonny Irish lass. Come over the hills to your darling. You choose the rose, love, and I'll make a vow. And I'll be your true love forever.
The fairy reel?
Good friends, to bed. It is almost fairy time.
I fear we shall outsleep the coming morn, as much as we this night have overwatched.
This palpable gross play hath well begun with the gate of night. Sweet friends, bed.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon. Across the heavy plowman snores, all the weary task forget. Now the wasted brands do glow, and the screech owl, screeching aloud, puts the wretch that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now it is the time of night, that the graves all gaping wide, everyone lets forth his sprite in the churchway paths to glide, and we fairies that do run by the triple Hecate's team, from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream, now our frolic. Not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before, to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through the house give glimmering light, by the dead and drowsy fire, every elf and fairy sprite, hop as light as bird from briar. And this ditty after me, sing and dance it trippingly.
First, rehearse your song by rote, to each word a warbling note, hand in hand, with fairy grace, will we sing and bless this place.
Now until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray, with this field do consecrate, every fairy take his gate. And through this great house every several chamber bless, with sweet peace, the owner of it blessed, ever shall in safety rest. Trip away, make no stay, meet me all at break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, and you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear. And this weak and idle team, no more yielding, was a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am a puka true, we haven't earned our due now to escape the serpent's tongue. We will make amends ere long. Else, a puck, a liar call. So, good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends.